Good morning and welcome to the Oregon News Update. I'm Kate Houston. Yesterday, voters passed a 5-year extension of a levy for the Lane County Jail. 72% of voters approved the measure, which will pay for new jail deputies and reopen services for the jail, such as beds. The extra services will prevent the early release of inmates with drug and property charges. If the levy had not been passed, it would expire next year. This would lead to a reduction in services and force the county to dip into funds. The tax will be in effect until 2023. The University of Oregon is considering cutting an additional $6 million from its budget. This comes after the state denied the university increasing tuition by 10.6%. According to President Michael Schill, it could lead to budget cuts adding up to more than $14 million. The University of Oregon plans to ask the board to reevaluate the tuition increase. According to Eugene Police, this morning at 12:10 a.m., a pedestrian was struck by a southbound Union Pacific train. The train stopped by the U.S. Federal Building near 8th and East Broadway. The pedestrian was taken to Riverbend Hospital, where he passed from injuries. Police do not know why the pedestrian was on the tracks, and the name will not be released until next of kin is notified. The father of an Oregon man who allegedly decapitated his mother on Mother's Day has come forward to speak about the murder. 36-year-old Joshua Lee Webb has been booked on charges of murder and attempted murder. Webb decapitated his mother in Colton, Oregon, then brought her head to a grocery store 12 miles away and stabbed the clerk. The father, David Webb, told the Associated Press he never foresaw a problem and would have stopped it if he had. Webb said he could not believe he lost his wife and son in one day. The grocery store clerk was hospitalized and will recover. Portland is taking applications for a new police chief. The job description says candidates must be willing to improve relationships with minorities in the area. The position opens following a staffing shortage at the department, difficulty handling protests within the city, and an officer-involved shooting. Mike Marshman was named chief last June and will apply for the position to continue working with the community. The deadline for applications is June 12th.
I'll never forget the day our landlord called and said, "Read your lease. No pets allowed." My owner tells him my dog ate the lease, but that didn't work. And now I'm stuck in a shelter. But this pit bull is ready for a new crib. I'm loving, loyal, and play well with others. So don't be intimidated by all my muscles, because the biggest one I have is my heart. That's right, I said it.
Moving on to weather, today you can expect a high of 60 and a low of 41. It will be cloudy today, but don't break out the rain jackets just yet because there is only a 20% chance of rain. There will be light winds, so make sure to grab a sweatshirt. Later in the week, we can expect some sun with highs in the upper 70s and 80s, so break out the sunscreen and have some fun in the sun. A student group on the University of Oregon campus has been tasked by the U.S. Department of State to support refugees. No Lost Generation UO's mission is to ensure the young generation of global refugees is not lost. They have a tent in front of Lillis to raise awareness and funds for NGOs involved with the educational support in the region. At the tent, you can see a typical meal in a refugee camp and use 3D goggles to watch a virtual tour of a camp in Jordan. The exhibit will be taken down at the end of the day. Oregon is considering offering a third gender option on state IDs. If approved, Oregon will be the first state to do so, and this move will acknowledge transgender identities. The third gender is non-binary and will be shown as an X. The bill has been passed by the state legislature and is headed to Governor Brown's desk. If approved, the law will go into effect by this June. Crayola will add a new color to its crayon boxes. The new blue was discovered in an Oregon State University lab in 2009. The way the color was created was an accident. The lab was testing ideas to use in electronics, and they mixed manganese oxide with other chemicals and heated it to 2,000 degrees. The result was a vibrant blue and is 100% non-toxic and does not fade over time. Crayola has not decided on a name yet and wants public input for the color, and they're taking submissions until June 2nd. Thank you for joining us today on Oregon News Update. Make sure to check back tomorrow for more news. I'm Kate Houston, and have a great day.